some tomato, apple, and lettuce. We didn't lost anything though. Even the fucking tires survived the trip home. Which, I have to say, it's kind of impressive. Okay, so the grand total is 30 magnets and 16 Olympium. I have to say, dude, I expected a bit more. But, yeah, sure. It's fine. The trash can is giving us rubbers. It wants us to fuck. Good choice. You go here. It's always good having some healing around here. We have a lot to read now, since we never been in a red storm before. We always had quite a good and enjoyable way back. Even though I crashed sometimes. Right, let's read. Storms. You won't last long inside that instability front. Avoid being overtaken at all costs. Check the passenger seat map to locate the gateway. Drive into it to escape back to the auto shop before the storm wall catches you. Oh, it did. Don't care though. That is... yeah, that's just cosmetic stuff. I'm going to click on it just so there is no notification on it. Perfectly. Okay, let's go. First up, heal myself because I don't like the yellow in the top left. Second, loot. I think we will start with all of this junk today. Which translates to, we take all of this, put one of each, if we don't have it already, into here, because... Hello? Because we have to, and after that... everything else, actually. Everything else? Paint stripper, we have those already, we have red. We have crimson red. Yeah. Oh, we have many red actually. I have flames already. Give me Ada. So that's the only one I didn't have already. The rest will be reformatted into junk. A good sort of loot is the loot I still have. The good loot of decoration is that decoration that I can still use for something else. Newsflash. In Elma, August 4th, 1969. Strange new footage has emerged that shows the legendary Bigfoot. Okay, I don't want to read this anymore. Although they probably mean this seriously, since there is... something is moving as a modifier. Maybe? I don't know. Also don't care. Get the overcharger von Poppy's Pneumatube. Overcharger arc mod. The limiter has been removed from the arc device, allowing it to channel far greater amounts of energy. It will be essential for your journey ahead. Okay.
What do you think, Francis?
It could work.
It will work. We don't know anything about the well, but the driver doesn't have to go in completely empty-handed.
You're removing the Arc device's limiter and overloading its charge capacity.
Right. So no matter how much energy the car's getting blasted with, the Arc will be able to overpower it to open a gateway. It's the only way to extract the driver from whatever's going to happen at the trigger point.
And then we use Allen's suppression technique to keep the whole thing from completely exploding? This sounds like a lot.
Do I have a say in this, or is it just...
Arc device smart's looking good. Now you can head out and overcharge it. We'll give you instructions when you're en route.
Is it something like a quick return, but you have to go even faster? That would make sense, I think. Holy shit, 11.8 energy. So, first and fistmost. Yes, in theory. How much is a limb chip costing? In here? No, where I left the crafting bench. So close. Okay. Let's wait with this for a moment. So we need 24 Olympium for this. Everything else is whatever. No, actually, the Marsh X are heavily limited. Let's call it like that. I could, and I will, because it's just a blueprint. Yeah, whatever. How do I get here? That's just lights. I don't really care about those. Heavy, strong, thick, unbending, unyielding. What could possibly be wrong with packing more steel into the same fitting? It has the maximum amount of health, but no regional resistances. Well, no regional existences. Explosive is a regional resistance. Those require... What is this? Marsh X? Oh yeah, that's Marsh X. Nah. Nah. Huh? Useless. Useless. Okay, we need 44 Olympium. We need 44 Olympium. Shit. Wait, I have 16? What? Didn't this just say something different? Oh, it was 6, not 4. I mean, I said I need 24. I calculated with 6. I'm just an idiot. Ignore me, please. Pog. I wish I could. You know what? Sure, why not? There isn't really anything else we need at this point from that thing. So, let's see what it can do. Needed 1 extra, but whatever. Oh boy, I actually have to go out and have to install it, huh? What about these upgrades here? We still have powered boots, which are completely useless because when? And the only thing, quote unquote, which is now relevant for us. I mean, don't get me wrong, that is interesting. However, it is hands only. I need that for my car because when something happens, then they steal it from my fucking vehicle. So this is once again useless. And this would make sense, but it's way too expensive. Like how much Olympium should I get out of my asshole? That's cheap. I mean, it's a black board or an incident board, which will show exactly nothing since I never died. And hopefully never will, because that would be kind of cringe. Yeah, 23 trips without an incident. Which is all the trips I made in this game. Calling it without incident, by the way, is an absolute fucking lie. But sure. I should go there. Uh-huh. Yeah. But have you considered going here? Have you considered that? G1, D1, and then the funny. Light ambient radiation. Ah. I can already guess what that means. And I don't like it. Like, sometimes in a zone there is like 2.5 radiation in the background. This is probably, there is 1.5 radiation everywhere. Which means I should get a lot of healing. Actually, no joke. It isn't a lot of damage, but it is continuous damage. Which we don't really have to endure. 2 panel, 3 panel. Do we have 3 panel in reserve? We have 1. 2. 3. Never mind. Perfect. Let's continue the car, which is an abomination by now. Yeah. Those are just armored, though. Armored is like the least amount of resistance. Then again, I don't really care. It will work. Probably. And a door. Door goes, well, probably my side, huh? So you go here, and instead of insulated panel, we have now a anti-corrosive panel. Perfect. Same door though. Nearly even same color. Just throw them around. Nothing can go wrong with that. Cheers. It is this one again. Okay, you go up here. Because for some reason I just can't do anything in there. Okay, the headlight has to be done separately. Which means, you know, I'm... Cool. Not needed right now. I'm going to make... I have 3 in here. Wait a moment. Ah, probably over here though. Yep. I have decided that I will take all of these and put them into my maintenance closet. As it turns out, the zone has become quite uncanny in the terms of letting me go from A to B without completely shredding me in a fucking blender. So we might need a little more defense. I mean, defense is one thing that requires Olympium. I mean, a little bit more repairing. This might be the better sentence. What we could do, however, let's use 2 more putty and then begin blowing. Perfect. 2. I would make 2 mechanics kit and 1 electrician. 2 mechanics and an electrician. Perfect. So. Maximum maintenance. Check. I have not unloaded the car yet. I unloaded this one. Yippee. Alright. You go out. You are the only one that isn't going there. You go into here. You go into that. Yoink. You are a good one. Well then. Huh. That is a thing you could have given me. I will keep it in here because I have the bio lamp, which is... I don't want to brag, but I think it is better in all cases. Do we have a news? No, we don't. We have apparently no more quirks to discover. Good stuff. Hello. Okay. Visit the friendly dumpster. I already done this every single time before I get the quest for it. Ah, never mind. Maybe it's a good thing I do this because he gives me more that way. Yeah. Let's start blowing. Actually, yeah, you also require some love. They do have quite a lot of health, though. I wonder if maybe taking the shield instead of the pulse is now the better idea. Since there are a lot more high damage attacks instead of annoying things that just grab your car. Both things sound relatable. Okay, inventory check. We have 2 extra sacks, 2 extra scraps, an extra flare. We have the big liberator, a spare tire, and that's the shield. Yeah, that's the limb shield. Which is apparently quite worn out. Well, I haven't seen that. Can I repair while doing this? Ah, problem solved. No problem detected. Good, you go back. This is for battery stuff, if need be. Oh, it is limb chip and Olympium fragments. Holy fucking shit. I don't care. This thing has 300 horsepower, by the way. That is a bit overkill, if you would ask me. I don't really need that. Yeah. Alright, let's not scramble around. We are making not the story objective. We are making a short trip over here. Getting, hopefully, a whole lot of Olympium. How much is there? It is okay in terms of minerals. This one is also just okay. This is high. I shouldn't. I know I shouldn't. But have you considered the idea that we are going there? And we could revisit the place we just were in. Which is now considerably worse, by the way. We can't see shit. The zone is immediately there. And this is probably... What is it? Exhausting explosions. What? Torn apart. I'm gonna be honest. I might as well just want to go there just to know what it is doing. Exhausting explosions. If I would be a game developer and give something a name to this, when your battery or tank reaches 0, your car explodes. That would be kind of funny, but not really consequential, since something like this never happens to me. So, whatever. You know, I think I want to go there. Yeah. I think I want to go there. Wait. One final thing. I have a lot of maintenance, but there's one type of maintenance I did not bring yet. My maintenance. Me. I am the object now. Good. Perfect. Car's looking good. I am looking good. The whippers are also looking good. Let's fucking go to where we just were. Via highway? The gravity of the situation. Okay, we discover a lot of new things, which I actually really like. I would still argue that speed or shocking electricity still is the worst modifier. Personally. Absolutely nothing in terms of loot here. Alright, makes it easier for me. Nope. Nothing. And by just driving, we get our battery back. Because of double wind power. You know, one thing I didn't do right now was I didn't check all the individual parts if one of them is worn out. Because worn out is a status that is not displayed on my little display over there. If things are worn out, they are very susceptible to, you know, just getting broken down even more and having a high chance of developing another flaw, which is actually bad then. I think I missed my way out here. Oh, now there's loot, huh? Is that an Arda one? Yes, it is. Another door. Would be cool if we have some entire limb chips in there. From all the things I've seen, nothing is probably as valuable as a limb chip. That or a whole lot of Olympium, but since the latter is quite unlikely to give me, I would take a non-small amount of limb chips, which would make more sense for a fucking transporter to carry those things made to me. By the way, we are connecting scrap metal again for magnets. Yoink. Whipper. Overlook. Ah yeah, that is exactly where we just came from. Oh well, not really. We took the tunnel below. That would make sense if there's an overlook above it. Polar, my favorite. The idiots that can just spawn out of the ground. Right in front of you. I see. So there will be nothing in terms of energy here, huh? I think the game... I would like to revert one of my sentences I once said. I once stated that the game is required to give me enough energy in anchors in the junctions I go, because otherwise I would be stuck. This might not be the case. Because if the game is greedy and is not giving me enough energy, they could always just set one of those stabilizers in there, which then creates an exit for me at the cost of mostly being in a spot where it is hard to access via car, so you have to do it manually, and the timer starts the moment you activate it. Also, you don't know where the exit is. Because if you have energy, you can choose which exit you get. But when you use a stabilizer, you get an exit somewhere. Which would actually make a lot of sense if this is the mechanic for... Yeah, the player doesn't have enough energy. Just dump him out painfully. That is a steel car, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm relatively sure that's steel. Are you steel? Yes. No front? No front. Thank you very much. It is completely... It is absolute darkness inside a tunnel, which makes sense if it's long enough. I like this. You're kidding me. Ah, fuck. This one is one. So this one will break multiple times, probably. Ah, wait a moment. I have a spare tire. I know, insane, right? And what we also have is those boys. I'm just really shocked that this is happening all the time. Have I driven over something that justifies that the tire is broken again? Or is this a general thing of off-road tires, which is stated nowhere? And then I have to ask, why is it happening now? I've been driving off-road tires the entire time, basically. And only now they just casually break sometimes. Like, there are those threads, which, those puddle spikes on the ground, which break your tires if you go over them. You know how many times this happened to me? Once, maybe twice. You know how many times my tires just broke because they felt like it? With no reason whatsoever, because I'm standing on something dangerous or whatever. At least 10 as of right now. Maybe even more. I am not kidding. It is really that bad. Wrong button. Anything else of interest here? Fuel wagon. Yeah, sure, that is of interest. Restock. By the way, I have never seen a method to convert fuel into electricity in this game. At least not directly. You can, like... You have these things, where when you drive, the wind charges you. But the most simplest concept of a fucking normal generator that just burns shit, fuel, and makes electricity is somehow not in this game. Or it is a hidden blueprint. Because, hear me out, what would be really funny is you would effectively make a scuffed up version of a hybrid car. You put in the M engine, like the engine that works with electricity only, and you have a item or an ability probably, which converts fuel to battery. So you would have fuel only to generate electricity to be used by your engine. So you have an electric car fueled by a diesel? What exactly are we? It's for a normal fuel. By a normal fuel generator. Which is the pinnacle of useless. And I would love that. That would be very funny. I don't understand though why it's not there. Because you have methods to generate electricity on the fly, so it would actually be a hybrid car. Most of the time you just drive with what the game is giving you back, and when this is no longer the option, you then use fuel to generate electricity. You have a legitimate hybrid car. The gravity of the situation. This sounds scary. If I'm falling upwards, that is. Is it already here? Ooh. Okay, it is not here yet. Sorry. But finding those on the highway is, for lack of a better word, absolutely insane. That is very nice. So the modifiers are not yet active. Correct. Otherwise this would now spew acid through me. So we are not on a zone as of yet. We are from A to B. Makes sense. So driving the highway is doubly helpful. Let us continue. Having an extra sealant kit when my tires regularly just, you know, decide to stop working might be a good thing. You might have noticed that I started just giving gas for a short moment and then wait until the car accelerated on its own. It might be completely dumb what I'm doing, but the abrupt acceleration and braking could be the main part why my tires are braking so often. Or is really just because of the zone. The later zones are just this hostile to your tire. Would make sense. I mean, there has to be a spike in resource requirement at some point. I still don't like it though. That feels a bit cheap. How to make the game more hard? Just break the car down more without the player actively doing something wrong. Alright, next one. You can't even see this, can you? Oh, you can. Oh, actually, only one side. Kind of. My green screen is a bit darker than the letters. How? Okay, I just really want to know what it is. Anomalies associated with low gravity are even more effective in this part of the zone. Oh, okay, that isn't this interesting. However, that is the definition of a perfect zone, ladies and gentlemen. Because we have to go from A to B anyway. And both energies are just here. So, how much do I get out of this? I get a lot more glass out of it. That was the first time I used one of the magnetic hammers on a generator. So we now have a comparison to the normal usage. Which isn't that much more, actually. I didn't expect way more. Gotta be honest. Well, I have to on this boy. Checkpot. Not really. I do take the tires though. Wait, those are summer tires. I think that is the first time I saw a other investigator that didn't have off-road tires. As I said previously, this is also one of the big reasons why I've chosen to go permanently with off-road tires. Because it feels like every car in the zone has off-road tires. And we have a Liberator. We can, you know, yoink them. Already? Oh, shit. Was it acidic? Yes. Interesting. All of this should be unstable energy, but we get corrupted ones. Kinda cool. I guess it doesn't really matter because I think we had enough energy to unlock all the things we wanted. Stop pulling me into the asset. I've already driven quite away from them, so insane what range they have. Fucking dickheads. Oh. My fat finger sitting on a fucking A key. Interesting. We never had one with a T-section inside. Cool. Good to know they exist. Ah, whatever. I don't care. Neither should you. He stole my door. Dickhead. This time I saw it. And you saw. I drove away. Once you get in his general proximity, you will lose something. Okay, how bad is it? You know? Not as bad as I thought. Ah, egg. Egg. Oh my god, really? That is insane. Normally this thing only comes when you are already inside of the yellow zone. This is incredibly lucky for all I know. Truly amazing. Oh. For all I care, that's a jackpot. What are you doing here? Give me... You know what? Do this, that, and you. Okay. Yeah, like that is insane. Quite less insane now that I noticed that it is in the water. But still. Oof. Big steel door. Repair stuff. Okay. More back. Another liberator. You go in here. Still have enough of this. You go up here then. Yep, I knew it. And a small vacuum, we don't really need those. We have the big ones. You go. Oh, that is a small vacuum. Well, then I don't care. Close this one and let's go. Because I think, yep, the zone is coming. Yeah, I don't care. Blah, 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 blah. Acid. Yada, yada, yada. Ooh, a tree. We haven't seen one of those in quite some time now. What are you? Explosive? No, you're just secured. That's fine. You go in here. Please close. I still have the quirk that when my lights are turned off, all doors are closing. Best quirk, by the way. This one is actually a feature and not a bug. Hello, little one. How are we doing today? This is some asshole game design, I was about to say. Come on, do it. I cannot interact with the thing. You might have seen it. I have no hitbox for it. Ladies and gentlemen, to say it in the words of a great man, Absolute cinema. Huge. Lovely. What a waste of time. I didn't even see you. But he just stole my trunk door. Oh no, worse. Worse, actually. Moron. Okay. Torn apart. Now, this one will be interesting. Maybe. We need 4 energy to leave in the other zone. So maybe we can get some quick energy in here. Oh boy. We are at 1.3. So what is it? The remarkable strong explosive experience in this part of the zone may shake parts away from your car. Okay, explosives, bad. Gotcha. That is nothing new though. But okay, that makes sense, makes sense. It is like everything. Oh, maybe that could be used to my advantage. Instead of having a liberator, you just take a random piece of explosive and throw it at a random car. And that works to give you the part then. That would be cool if this would work. Then one could argue this is actually an upgrade. Hello, Devil Grinder. It's been a moment and a half since I last saw you. Update, it's been a moment and a half since I saw anything in here. I don't really had any use for the balloons, right? What did I need them for? I couldn't remember what upgrades red balloons needed. Well, whatever. Let's go right and take the big round. And hope that isn't a bad idea. Really? Let's hope I haven't made a bad decision of taking the long way. Holy shit, this dust looks extra aggressive. Oh, my bumper is actually crying. Alright. We can fix this soon. Tourists, a whole bunch of nothing, more bubbles. I don't need bubbles. I couldn't tell you where. maybe I need to charge the battery, but right now I'm quite quick from A to B. You are explosives. Yep. Give me some of those. And then give me this one. You're correct. Oh, it's worn out. Aw, he done such a good job, though. Like, let's be honest here for a moment. You know how long we have this boy? Quite honorable, if I do say so myself. I think the bumper was one of the first parts that I upgraded to armored. Pretty sure. For, naja, quite the obvious reason. It is the thing that is supposed to get hit. It is in the front of the car. So I'm quite impressed how long this thing survived. Alright, boys. We don't really have time for making huge walkways. So let's just grab this thing. Hope nothing spawns under my car. When I can dunk it. And then continue. Directly to the next. Short reminder that we have off-road tires, so the shortest distance between 2 points is indeed a straight line. Which I will now perfectly exploit. Sometimes I just can't press anything with my mouse. Yeah, those are the things that should not happen. Explosive polos, or anything for that matter, spawning directly next to me. That is one of the most scariest thing that could happen. Ooh, okay, I'm definitely going to stop here for a moment. Thank you for bumping me, dickhead. Wow, that was not a lot, my boy. Why are all the healing anomalies absolute limp dick energy that can't come for more than like 2 seconds? It's actually pathetic. Sucked dry in moments. Ooh, another one. Wait, isn't this unstable? This is unstable. Interesting. In a zone where corrupted energy is expected, we find... where unstable energy is expected, we find corrupted energy. And now where corrupted is expected, we find unstable one. I mean, good. Gives us still access to both, but weird. Thank you! Yeah, I just got booped by it and then immediately pressed into the door while being in the air. You have seen correctly. Eerie Darkness, by the way, transforms this in a slideshow effectively of random objects. Because I don't see any street whatsoever, and we have off-road tires, which by the way are not breaking today. Apparently they are they're feeling generous today. And if I can find a nice way over this, we might have a problem. Because this wall was not on my plan. And is quite huge. Even if I had the jumping upgrade, this would not help me. Okay, this is bad. This giant fucking wall was nowhere on my plan. We are in some sort of a mountain incest. And yes, I know we have low amounts of time, but this has to be looted. I don't make the rules. I'm just speaking facts. Oh, wow. An extra huge amount of bullshit standing around here. Is there any spot where I can go back on the main street? Because I really didn't know that I am not allowed to go there. This is Main Street. That is Main Street. Okay, from here on out we can go up. This is evil. Because while you I should concentrate on driving for a moment. I didn't see them. Nothing got dislodged. Yeah, you can't see these walls on the radar or on the terrain map. They are not printed on it. Terrain is printed on it, since it's a terrain map. However, artificially built walls, which is exactly what COG does right now, they are not on it. Making this literally an invisible threat. I mean, normally you would see that you cannot go there. Normally it is not entirely dark in the middle of the day. But we have our favorite modifier, Eerie Darkness. So we indeed cannot see shit. Perfect. I'm opening this one in the next zone. Still no tire is broken. I'm now going back on the street. If for whatever fucking reason now my tires would start to break immediately, then I would conclude that yes, tires break if you are driving on spaces they are not made for. So let's see. I'm sitting here. Oh, by the way, while I'm doing this, I have dismantled this one. Nope, no damage on the tires. I have no idea what happened to them. And not forget, this one here is torn. So if a tire would break, I would understand it if it's this one. But nope, that's not happening. Okay. Given that everything else we saw, probably exhaustive explosion is not the cool thing I thought. When we're hit by an explosion, it will probably drain our energy or fuel or whatever. Something in that regard. Yeah. The lame thing. By the way, no more eerie darkness. We can actually see things. have anything cool, or are you just made out of normal car pieces? Armored. Alright, there's unless you have an armored bumper. No. Yeah, that's kinda disappointing. Dog shit, dog shit, dog shit, many explosives, pneumatic pipe, magnets. I mean, it's all fair and square, but what we need is Olympia. In huge numbers, actually. Pufferfish have markers on the map? Interesting. I guess they do, huh? Please do not spawn below me. It is the one thing I ask for. Cool. I take this one in my hand. Dickhead. Alright, you go in here as well, because I don't have time for this. There's no more rain. We can turn it off now. What is this? Is this a wall? In any way or form? And now we have fog as well. Oh brother, we get all the cool stuff. I am considered low battery. With 23, by the way. 23 low battery. Very good. So what exactly is this? Oh, the rain is back. The big one. The rain, by the way, also means that the wind is back, and now the wind is gone. Cool. We need as many as possible of this stuff. More, please? No? Okay. Well then, fuck you. Nope. Can I get past that? No. Yeah, I was dumb. I give my door and the front some love in a moment. It's an oil plant. Probably. Ah, this is... Okay. It's not a wall. It's just... Yeah. It's arguably better. Can I go in them? It appears the answer is no. Serious? There's nothing inside here? Oh, come on. It sounds like a waste. Quick heal for me. Followed by a quick heal for Mr. K. Yeah, you know, I have learned to really appreciate the blowtorch now. It is kind of nice. You go back in here. No, where have you been? Where did I put you? No, nowhere. You were just in my inventory. Yeah. But it's kind of nice to have. It's a very quick repair. If Olympium wouldn't be our current breaking point in terms of upgrade, I would even invest in an Olympium torch. So, before we get any sort of... You know what? Otherwise, we never use it. Give me this thing, and let's make the magic happening. Perfect. Nope. What am I doing? We're having stage 4 Ligma. Alright, what else do we have here? We have... gas stations or anything in that method. I did not see in a long, long time now. If we could... Oh, wait a moment. Not only can we should harness the explosions. In a bit of a different way than I was saying no moments ago, but about that, you know? Perfect. Good that I remember that I have this thing. They even had some Olympium inside. Well, looky there. Ask and you shall receive. Hello? Hello. Shut up. You see, what I don't see is any sort of loot that interests me. How much did I got? 10. It is enough for one upgrade, ladies and gentlemen. Fuck it. There we are. Like, I really don't want to climb an entire fucking cliff face. But here we are, doing basically that. I think I took the brakes a bit prematurely, huh?